Ancient mysteries that were just solved. Let's get right into it. Number 4. The true colors of Greek statues. For centuries, we've believed that the ancient Greeks were the masters of minimalist chic. Every museum, every textbook, every movie shows their statues as these majestic, pure white marble figures. We assumed their aesthetic was basically the ancient world's version of an Apple store. Clean, white, and sophisticated. Wrong. So completely wrong. Our entire idea of classical beauty is based on a lie. It turns out the Greeks weren't minimalists, they were maximalists. Using advanced tech like UV scanning and chemical analysis, scientists found microscopic paint remnants all over these supposedly pure statues. The truth is, they were painted in what we would now consider ridiculously garish, vibrant, and clashing colors. Forget elegant white marble. Picture the gods of Olympus looking less like timeless art and more like they just crashed a rave. These weren't subtle masterpieces. They were the ancient world's blindingly bright neon-colored billboards. Number 3. The Nazca Line's purpose. The Nazca Lines in Peru have been the poster child for aliens did it theories for almost a century. From the sky, you see these massive geoglyphs of animals and shapes. The logical leap for many was obvious. They had to be runways for extraterrestrial visitors, a giant astronomical calendar, or maybe just ancient graffiti on a planetary scale. But no, they weren't building an airport for little green men. The truth is way more practical and grounded. Recent studies combining archaeology and history suggest the lines were created by different groups at different times to serve as ritual pathways. These weren't just images to be seen from above, they were massive, walkable circuits used for religious processions. People would trek along the lines to petition their gods for the one thing they desperately needed in the desert. What was the ultimate purpose of this epic art project? To ask for water and fertility. It was a divine infrastructure request, the ancient equivalent of sending a mass email to the heavens with the subject line, "Urgent, rain, please." Number 2. The Maya superhighways. Picture the ancient Mayan civilization, mysterious pyramids and genius calendars, but all of it happening in cities that were basically isolated islands swallowed by a thick, impenetrable jungle. Everyone assumed that traveling between major hubs like Tikal and Calakmul was a brutal months-long nightmare hack through the wilderness. That entire picture is dead wrong. The jungle wasn't an obstacle, it was just really good camouflage for one of the ancient world's most advanced road networks. The game changer was LiDAR, a technology that is basically laser beam X-ray vision for archaeologists. By firing millions of laser points from a plane, they could digitally erase the trees and see the ground itself. What they found was a massive interconnected system of stone causeways called Sakbayob. These weren't just dirt paths, they were raised, paved, 100-foot-wide superhighways connecting dozens of cities. It was the ancient world's interstate system, hidden from us like a secret level in a video game that we just found the cheat code for. Number 1. How the Egyptians moved obelisks. All right, the big one. How did the ancient Egyptians move those colossal, multi-ton obelisks and pyramid blocks across the desert? The go-to theories have always been aliens, some lost form of levitation tech, or a truly horrifying number of people engaged in brute force labor. The physics just never seem to add up without some kind of supernatural cheat code. Well, the alien theories are fun, but the real answer is shockingly simple, hilariously clever, and grounded in basic physics. The Egyptians weren't just master builders, they were masters of improvisation. After years of speculation, a team of physicists and archaeologists finally tested a theory and found the solution. Pulling a giant heavy sled across dry sand is nearly impossible because the sand bunches up in front of it. The secret? Just add water. By wetting the sand to a very specific degree, It creates a firm, slick surface that dramatically reduces friction. They essentially turned the desert into a giant, temporary slip and slide. This one brilliant trick cut the amount of manpower needed to pull the sleds in half. It's the ultimate ancient life hack. Forget flying saucers. The greatest architectural mystery in history was likely solved with a bucket of water. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.